Has your life ever been turned completely upside down? Has your world ever been blown up by the unforeseen events of a single day, or perhaps through a slow, grinding ordeal of weeks and months? I wonder if you've ever sat stunned, as I have, staring at the wall for days on end, pondering how you can possibly put your life back together after a devastating event. Pondering, perhaps, if you can even go on. Emily Dickinson's life apparently was blown up at least twice. My life closed twice before its close, she wrote, midway through her difficult life journey. Scholars disagree about which event she was referring to in her now famous poem, but it seems likely that they were the untimely death of her best friend and the loss of a romantic love attachment. My own life has been blown up 3 times so far. Once through a difficult divorce, once when my best friend died suddenly and tragically smack in the middle of his youth, and once when I encountered a 3-year-long career nightmare that forced me to radically rewire my life. Psychologists now call these world-rattling events disorienting dilemmas. What a great phrase. A disorienting dilemma is an event that so turns your life upside down that all you can do for a while is sit and stare at the wall. So huge, so hopeless to conceive, wrote Emily after one of her events. The world is a different place than you had thought. You are stunned into inaction. You sit in shattered amazement. I had no idea this could happen to me. By one account, a disorienting dilemma usually occurs when people have experiences that do not fit their expectations or make sense to them, and they cannot resolve the situation without some change in their view of the world. That's it. Some change in our very conception of the world is required. Or by another account, a disorienting dilemma is an experience within which a current understanding is found to be insufficient or incorrect, and the learner struggles with the resulting conflict of views. This dilemma is also sometimes descriptively referred to as creating a state of disequilibrium for the learner. A wife comes down the stairs in the morning and announces, seemingly out of the clear blue, that she wants a divorce. Do you suppose her husband will be disoriented for a while? How will he make sense of this? A baby falls into the pool and drowns. A beautiful, intelligent 19-year-old boy with everything to live for dies in an urban alley of a heroin overdose. A young woman arrives home from the doctor ashen-faced. She will almost certainly die of cancer within months. We hear these tales all the time, of course. Sometimes we hear them told by a storyteller who is still haunted and dazed. They often start in exactly the same way. I didn't see it coming at all. The storyteller looks off into the far distance as if in a trance. It was a perfectly normal day when the 2 army men knocked on the door with a telegram in their hands. And then, inevitably, as the narrative proceeds, comes some version of this. We were completely numb for a while. We just put one foot in front of another. When the great American philosopher Ralph Waldo Emerson's first wife died suddenly on February 8, 1831, only 14 months into their marriage, he felt disoriented for a long time. He struggled to come to terms with death. How could she be gone? Where indeed had she gone? One evening he walked from the then small city of Boston to the neighboring town of Roxbury, where his dead wife lay entombed. In a moment of desperation, he pried open the door of her mausoleum, lifted the lid of the coffin itself. He stared at the remains. He needed to see her body. Was she really dead? And what exactly did death look like? There it is, the disorienting dilemma.